Yeah, and just a reminder, we did get those confirmed report earlier that the Central Bank of Nigeria had devalued the naira to about 6.30 officially, but we have confirmation from the Central Bank of Nigeria. They have denied devaluing the naira, so it remains at the previous rate of about 461 naira range at this point. Remember, those reports were unconfirmed, but now we have confirmation from the Central Bank of Nigeria. So it's official. The naira remains officially at the current value. It is not devalued at this time, as the reports that we got earlier from papers like Daily Trust newspapers and a couple of other newspapers, and definitely on social media. It was all over social media talking about the naira being devalued, but no, it is not devalued at this time, because the CBN have come out and they have responded right now. They've denied it. So you can remember, this is a time where fake news is going to be rampant, so you have to be careful the kind of news that you consume. Always remember, we here at Channels Television, whatever news we give you, we make sure that it is confirmed, so you can trust us to get confirmed news right here on Channels Television. All right, let's head on to our next conversation. Let's look at what's happening in commodities market. Joining me now is Oluwatomi Mayowa, Senior Analyst, Financial Derivatives Company. Great to have you on the show.
Good morning, Ladi. Thank you very much for having me.
Right, so yeah, it's official now. We did see the NNPCL increase the petroleum pump prices nationwide. How's the domestic commodities market? Is it reacting to this yet?
Let me first of all start by saying that, all of these are, happening at the same time. Fuel prices up and diesel prices up, and it's a matter of it's a question of what will happen to the consumer, what will happen to businesses, and then the economy in general. And so looking at the consumer, definitely we're going to see, in fact, it has happened already. Transportation cost has actually increased by nothing less than 50%. The likes of Uber and Bolt and all of that, they've increased their price significantly. And so because of that increase in transportation costs, we're going to see a decline in disposable income. And so as a result of that, they will have to just manage with what is left. And looking at what will happen to businesses, they're going to see an increase in their logistic cost and also their operation cost. And why they are trying to pass this cost to their consumers, the consumers are also trying to reduce their whatever they are buying. So it has significant impact on the business. And looking at the economy in general, we're going to see that slow down in the pace of growth in the short term, as a result of all of this happening to both the consumer and businesses. And looking at the fact that the consumption accounts for about 70% of the GDP. So all of this has a serious implication, even though it's actually in the short term. But on the long term, we're going to see the more funds will be available for the government to be able to provide, public projects and all of that. So although the government should start looking for how to be able to ameliorate this pains that the consumers are actually facing. So generally, we've seen increase in the price of transportation costs, and that will begin to filter into commodities, the price of commodities generally. It's only a matter of time. Everything in the markets will all, the price will all, increase significantly.
Yes, some have called it short-term pain for yes, long-term gains at this point, because we do need to get rid of subsidy at this time. But we're seeing diesel prices, though. That's up by 18%, about 745 naira per liter. Those prices were trending downward. That's diesel prices downwards, yeah, were trending down before. So why are we seeing this quick switch now?
Well, the thing is because the demand for fuel, will actually increase, and then we're also seeing that chain effect going into the diesel price, because they know that once there's more the price of fuel increase, people want to run towards diesel, and so that has also puts pressure on the price of diesel. So that's why I also saying that increase. So people are just trying to look for how to be able to reduce the pain, because this was a little bit of it was sudden for the market. So because of that increase in the price of fuel, we're seeing demand also go into the diesel, which has also raised the price of diesel. So that's why we're seeing that increase also.
Yeah, it would definitely be great to see data showing, the demand for diesel at this point, because that switch was really fast, if you ask
Yes.
me. But let's look at the global oil market now. We're seeing oil prices, inching up today. What's driving sentiment in the oil markets right now?
Well, I would say that this increase, it's just a short-term increase, because earlier on we had about 6% plunge in the price of an oil price. Why? Because I would say before now, investors and markets were actually they had positive sentiment that oil price will trade nothing less than $80 per barrel. Why? Because there was going to be the recovery in the Chinese economy because of the fact that the zero COVID policy were eliminated. But now we've seen that the manufacturing industry in China, has actually recorded a contraction. When you look at the data that came out recently in May, so it contracted by more than what was expected, and so that has actually fueled negative sentiment in the oil markets. But recently, we've seen that that the U.S. Fed had signaled that they might not, increase interest rates in their next meeting. In the fact, considering the fact that they might want to see the impact of the increase, the current increases they've done. So they are trying to, put a hold, and that does not mean that going forward they're going to lower rates or they're going to push rates. They're just trying to wait and see the effects of the current rate hikes they've had. So I think that's what is to a large extent fueling the positive sentiment in the market in the short term.
Right. All investors at this point looking for some kind of pause or rate cut going forward so they can enjoy these markets. But thank you so much. Keep watching to see what the central bankers are going to do next. Thank you so much, Oluwatomi Mayowa, Senior Analyst,
Thank you very much.
Financial Derivatives Company.
Thank you very much, Larry.